Have you been dreaming to get started in real estate, but you don't have any money and think that it's impossible to start with $0? Well, I'm here to tell you that it's not, because that's exactly how I started, with $0 to my name, and I jumped right into real estate investing and getting deals. I'm going to give you 8 ways that you can get into real estate with $0 out of your pocket. The idea of getting started in real estate with no money is super overwhelming, because you're thinking, I have to compete with successful investors with a ton of resources. How will I get my first deal? How will I finance that first deal? I had all of those questions, and now I can share the answers with you. My name is Jael Thomas. I'm a local real estate agent as well as a nationwide real estate investor, soon to be globally, because I'm claiming it. And I'm super excited to share with you easy ways to get started in real estate, no matter what state you're in, no matter what county or city you're in. You can start today with $0 out of your own pocket. Number 1, driving for dollars. Driving for dollars is super great way. And guess what, y'all? You don't even need a car for this. You can walk for dollars. You can ride a bike for dollars. Whatever you need to do. You can look at properties that are ugly in great neighborhoods that have great property value and make a list of those addresses. So driving for dollars, walking for dollars, biking for dollars is basically finding properties that are distressed or very ugly in a neighborhood that has great appreciation with beautiful homes. So I know we've all seen these houses that have overgrown grass. The roof looks really bad. It hasn't been repaired in years. There are notices on the door. Make a note of that address. And if it happens to be in a great neighborhood where you see a lot of homes for sale, you see a lot of renovated homes getting done by investors, that is a great address to mark down. Now, if you don't have any experience, just mark down those addresses and find someone that is already successful in real estate to share those addresses with, so that they can help you close that deal and potentially get it under contract. So that's strategy number 1, driving, biking, or walking for dollars. Strategy number 2 is wholesaling. So this would be the next step. Once you find those great properties, you have an experienced investor by your side, which you can meet from a meetup or a networking event or even online. They're then going to help you get the seller under contract at the right price. So say you find a property, it's 30 years old, there hasn't been any renovations done since the owner bought it, but in that neighborhood, there are homes selling for way over what that home is worth, and actually are fully renovated, and people are buying them left and right. So you're going to want to be looking for a market where a lot of real estate activity is happening. And once you get that property that you found that is ugly and distressed under contract for a low price, it's going to be for what the house is worth with no renovations done. You're then going to sell it to an investor for more money, where they can increase the value of the home and then resell it to someone after it's renovated for top dollar. Say you got that property under contract for $415,000, what it's worth with no renovations. You resold that property to an investor for $515,000, and they renovated the property and went to resell that property for $750,000. You now just made $100,000 for selling a contract to another person. That is what wholesaling is. It cost you no money out of pocket. The only thing it cost you was time and research. The third way is bird dogging. Bird dogging is a strategy that you can use if you see a wholesaler that has a property under contract and they can't find an end buyer for it. That investor that you sold yours to, they may be looking for another property. So you could then partner with that wholesaler that may have no buyers for that property, add a small fee of $5,000 to $10,000, as long as the number still makes sense for your investor, and resell it to them. And now you've made a fee in between by helping this wholesaler find an end buyer, and for helping your end buyer find another great opportunity to make even more money. That's bird dogging. It also costs you less time, because now you have the experience and the resources needed to sell that wholesale contract. Number 4, joint venture. This is what I did. I went out and took the time to find great deals, and I decided that, hey, I'll put in my sweat equity by my time looking for deals, negotiating the price and all the terms, and I'll manage the project. All I need to do is find an investor that has capital to partner with me, and we can share the proceeds. That's a joint venture. You're now using someone else's money and experience because you found a great property and opportunity, and now you're part of the deal and you are an owner of that property. That cost you $0. All it cost you was time and research. You're going to want to find great opportunities that a lot of investors want to partner with you with, so that you can get great terms and a good deal when it comes down to breaking down the profits every month for that property. 50-50 split is a great deal if you're finding it and they're bringing all the other resources to close on the property. Don't get greedy. Something is better than nothing. You're not bringing the money, so take the best opportunity that you have and make sure you present it to enough investors so that you are getting a good deal for what you found. Number 5, private money lenders. I love private money lenders. These are people who don't necessarily have time, but they have a lot of capital. They want to trust you with their money to use your expertise to invest in real estate and then to bring them a return on their money. Private money lenders are very flexible. They have better terms than banks. They're going to ask for a certain amount of interest, give you an allocated amount of time. In return, you're going to sign over some documents to make sure that their money is protected. You're going to find a great asset for them to invest in, whether that be a buy and hold or fix and flip. And then once everything is complete, you're going to give them a return on the money that they originally invested. And if you do this successfully one time, they're going to introduce you to more people and then in turn lend you even more money to reinvest into new projects. I love private money lenders. Number 6, seller finance. This happens when you find a property that has no mortgage. It is free and clear. The seller owes nothing to the bank for the property. They own it outright. So with these properties, you can negotiate $0 down on the property, close on the property and take ownership, and start renting it out to someone else to make monthly profit, to pay the seller and to make money for yourself. So that is seller financing a property. You're going to use that seller's equity in their home and make them the bank, so they are the note holder and the money holder of the property, but you own the property and you rent it out. Now, if you default on those payments or you don't follow through with your promise, they can then in turn foreclose on that property and take it back. So that is a caveat with seller finance. Make sure that you can uphold what you committed to and that you follow through. Number 7, a wrap. A wrap is when you find a great opportunity that has a low interest rate. There's still a mortgage on the home, and for some reason or another, the seller needs to get out of the situation, and you're going to give them a little bit of money up front. Now, the importance of a wrap is you're going to find an end buyer that can't qualify for a loan. You're going to then charge them more than what you have to pay the seller up front and increase the interest rate so that you make money every single month. They own the property, but you hold the note on the property, making you the bank. So you started with no money, but now you own the bank and the note of the property, and that person is responsible for all of the repairs, insurance, taxes, and all of those things. You literally are just collecting money every single month from negotiating with the seller and finding a great end buyer. Boom. Love that. Number 8, Airbnb arbitrage. So if you see all the time for rent by owners and rental properties that are sitting on Zillow and Redfin and they cannot find a great renter or tenant, you can call that owner and see if they'd be willing to let you rent out the property on Airbnb to bring them more money than what they were asking for the rent amount. So say the property is in a great location and the owner is asking for $1,500. If you can get $3,000 for Airbnb in the property, you can then offer that owner $2,000 every month instead of $1,500, and you take the additional $1,000 as profit for a property that you don't even own. So that is another creative strategy to make money with $0 out of your pocket. Make sure you take action today, because without moving forward with these strategies, all you did was learn some things that sound pretty good. But if you implement these strategies, you're going to change your life. You're going to transform how much money you have it coming in every month. Another source of income for you that didn't cost you anything but time and a little bit of education. I hope you take action on this. I hope that you're successful in this. And if you have any questions or anything that you need, make sure you drop a question in the comments or reach out to me and get on my calendar so that we can chat. I'm here to tell you, I started with $0 out of pocket and now I own 90 doors. It is absolutely possible to be successful with no money getting started in real estate. All you have to do is keep learning, keep meeting new people, continue networking, and to continue educating yourself on different strategies like the 8 that I just shared with you. If you don't move forward with this, you're never going to grow your portfolio. You're always going to be waiting till you have enough money to get started, which may never come. But if you do start, then you're going to have enough money to continue to grow in real estate. Can't wait to see what you do. See you next time.